you on it? All those in favour say aye. Aye. Okay, that was pathetic. Should we try that again? All those in favour say aye. Aye. Very good. To your right hand side, just look over your right hand shoulder. We're just passing William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Been open to the public now for about 15 years. Was opened by Her Majesty the Queen. Was built exactly like the original. Shows you all of Shakespeare's old plays, all the good ones like Romeo and Juliet and all the other good ones he's done, which is supposed to be very, very good. Do you want to take over? Sit down and shut up then. This bridge is Southwark Road Bridge, opened in 1921. Now as we come down through the bridge, the first building on your right hand side you'll see is a black fronted building with FT written on it. This is the Financial Times newspaper building. But this is where William Shakespeare's original Globe Theatre once stood, just here on your right hand side. Now all this area to your right hand side, this small area, back in William Shakespeare's day, this was the entertainment place to come here in London. This is where your pubs, theatres, fighting dens, it all went on here to your right hand side. And looking there to your right hand side, see in the corner that pub called the Anchor. That pub dates back there to 1615. And it was actually known for William Shakespeare to use the attic rooms as a changing room before he went and walked along to the Globe to perform his plays. Used to get changed, come downstairs, have a couple of drinks for a bit of courage before going back to perform his plays. Lovely old pub that, well worth a visit. You can see how nice it is, look how busy it is, and they do a nice glass of beer as well. Now the bridge we're going to go through now, this is Cannon Street Railway Bridge. Not of any great interest really, just stops trains falling in the water, so it does. As we come down through the bridge, any children on board, like a pirate ship? We all like a pirate, don't we? Look to your right hand side, you'll see an old pirate ship in the dockway there. Has anybody seen the film Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah? That ship there to your right hand side has got nothing to do with that film whatsoever. It's just a really, really good film. That ship there to your right hand side is actually a working replica of Sir Francis Drake's ship, the Golden Hind. It's been in the dockway now for quite a few years, but she's actually a real life ship. She's done the same voyage as Drake did all them years ago. Don't wave, you encourage them, they're drunks. Don't worry about it. But that's what's good about that. You can put the children on the pirate ship. They can go around, learn a little bit about the boats, and the adults can go in the pub next door. This is known as a traditional English family day out. Now the bridge we're going to go through now, this is the new London Bridge. This is the bridge we all sing about in the nursery rhymes. London Bridge is falling down. Said to have had 4 London bridges to span on this exact spot. The first London Bridge was built over 2,000 years ago by the Romans. That one fell down, the second one burnt down, the third one we sold to our fellow cousins, the Americans, in the Arizona desert for just £1 million. The bridge you see today was opened in 1973 by Her Majesty the Queen. Now if you've got cameras, you've got to be quick. I know you're all facing the bridge, but look to your left hand side now. In between the two buildings, in the background, you'll see a white stone column with a golden ball on the top. That is the monument. And what the monument represents is a candle, because it was said to be a candle what started the Great Fire of London in a raw baker shop in Pudding Lane. Burned 80% of London down in just 3 days. The only good thing what come out that fire was it burned the plague out what was happening in London at the same time, also known as the Black Death. Now as you can see, you're coming into this part of the Thames, which pretty much represents London and what a great place it is to come. Steeped in history, we've got a big warship there, we've got Tower Bridge, we've got the Tower of London. It's all here in the upper pool of London. Fantastic place to come and visit. Now there to your right hand side, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the big warship hanging on the anchor chains there, HMS Belfast. Now you might not be able to see the ship because she is painted in her camouflage colours. If you can see her, she is quite impressive. She weighs approximately about 11,500 tonnes. She served in the Second World War and she last fired her guns in anger in the Korean War. She's now permanently moored here in London as a floating museum ship, open 7 days a week, got 6 main decks to explore, 12 main guns, 6 at the front, 6 at the back. to look around the Belfast and do it properly, she'll probably take you a good 3 to 4 hours. She's a very interesting ship. It's a lovely day out for the children. They can learn an awful lot about the way life was back then and how lucky they are today. Some lovely stories on board, and also some very sad stories of what went on during them years. But HMS Belfast, there to your right hand side. I couldn't advise you to go and see something more. There to your right. Now to your left hand side, you'll see behind the trees the big castle-like building. This is the Tower of London. Now the Tower of London has been many things in its time. It's been a fortress, a palace, a royal mint. It's even been a royal zoo. But what this place is most famous for being is a place of execution. See the square part in the middle there with the 4 tall towers? That is the oldest part of the Tower of London. This was built by William the Conqueror during his reign in 1078. The rest of the Tower of London around the outside of it was built by different ruling monarchs throughout the years. Now on the river wall you'll shortly see to your left the writing "Entry to the Traitors' Gate." Now this was known as London's first one-way street. Once you went up it, you certainly didn't come back down it, and if you did, you come down it without your head. These were known as the good old days. The last person to go up through Traitors' Gate was William Wallace, Braveheart, known to you and I as Mel Gibson. There to your left hand side. What a wonderful, great building that is, and steeped in history. You can't beat that. Now look in front of us, we're taking the centre arch. You can't get a better view, you can't get a better picture of Tower Road Bridge, also known as the Gateway to London. Opened in 1894, it was built in a Victorian Gothic style like this to blend in with the Tower of London. The centre bastions you can see in the middle, they can be raised and lifted like a drawbridge in less than a minute, and they weigh 1,000 tonnes each. Mainly open for any shipping what comes into London, like warships and cruise liners, for courtesy visits. There is an old tradition about the bridge. They say if you are on a boat and you see anyone up on the bridge, you should wave up to them. You see anyone up there? They say if they wave back, that's 5 years bad luck. I'm only kidding, I'm only joking. It's 5 years good luck, apparently. It's 5 years good luck. That is an old custom, because when the ships used to leave London and some of the sailors used to have some of their friends and family waving them off, they used to regard that as going to the sea with some luck. What a great photo that is. Now what we're going to do, there's to your left hand side, it's in Catherine's Pier. That's our last stop. We're going to stop off there very shortly. But what we're going to do is we're going to take you down a little bit further so we can turn the boat round on its side and get you some nice photos of the bridge on a side-on view. And what this does is as we turn the boat round, it gives you a view of the city of London behind it, and we can point out some of the things that we've pointed out in the picture. You'll see the Belfast. You'll see St Paul's Cathedral, you'll see the monuments, and lots of other buildings, new buildings.